Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of my meal prepping. Alright, so what are we cooking today? So inside this, we just have some pepper, so we got onion, bell pepper, habanero pepper. Then right here, this is just my ham that I put inside the freezer. Then I have some fish. So we use some macro fish. So what I did, I just break it up. So this is a big fish. I just nice and break it up with my hand since I only need just a little bit. All right, so what we're going to be making is going to be some, this is a little bit crazy, some red kidney beans mixed with some chickpea. All right, so what I did, I've already boiled my chickpea and my red kidney beans. I'm going to show you inside my pan. So right here is my rice cooker. So what I did with my kidney beans and also the chickpeas, so I soaked it last night around like I think it was around 11 p.m. last night. So I soaked it inside the water. So then this morning, I think around like 5, I woke up super early this morning. So around like 5, then I put that inside this rice cooker right here. You guys can see it. So you guys can see this is already cooked. So the only ingredient for this is just the kidney beans, chickpea, add some onion and add some salt, add water, mix it together and let it just cook. And you guys can see, I'm going to show you. So right here is the kidney beans. You guys can see fully done. Now I'm going to find the chickpeas right here. You guys can see different shape. Press it up, nice and fully done. So this is how you know this is fully done. So this cooked for about, since I can't really time this because the my rice cooker right here, so I have to turn it on. This is the third time I just turn it on again right now. So just about twice and that was it. So all right guys, so I'm going to show you the next step. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notification, and you guys keep learning. All right, so at this time we're going to blend that pepper. So most of the time in terms of, because you guys can see the kidney beans, which is all about protein. Then we talk about the chickpea, which is a little bit of protein but high in fiber as well. Then we have some ham, protein, animal base. So what I'm doing is just combining several animal and plant-based protein together. So when I'm talking about misconception, sometimes people are like, oh, meal prepping is like a routine, or like I'm looking for that word. I have that word in my mind. Still thinking while you guys are watching, because I hear that a lot from people. They're like, oh, I wish I have your gene. I wish I can just eat what I want. But people don't understand. Meal prepping is all about discipline. It's not really like, oh, I love it, I enjoy it, I enjoy cooking healthy food, whereby I got those options out there where I can just go out and buy. But ladies and gentlemen, meal prepping is discipline, big time discipline. Because waking up in the morning, prepping the food, try to cook the food, try to make sure everything is set up for you. It's all about discipline. But people keep making these excuses like, oh, it's all about genetic. Ladies and gents, it's not all about genetic. Everybody wants comfortability, being comfortable in terms of just waking up. And I'm like, oh, I'm hungry, but it's gonna take time for me to cook this. I can just sit down on the couch, brush my teeth, and order some DoorDash. Then after you eat that DoorDash, sit down on your nice comfortable chair and just expect some miracle. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not gonna happen if you don't have the discipline to eat healthy, to have a good healthy eating choice. Sometimes I feel like, you know what, I want to go eat outside because I don't want to cook. But at the same time, if I don't have the discipline, then I'm not going to be like, all right, it's time for me to cook. But don't make your inability of not being disciplined to be your excuse for just making, what do they call it? Some non-sensible excuse in time of, oh, it is your gym. That's why you're eating. That's why you can eat whatever you want. It's not, man. What you put in your body, what you feel your body is the energy your body produces. If you feed your body with some junk, then your body is going to produce some junk results. But if you're so disciplined in terms of the food choice, picking the right food items to cook, I'm telling you, your body is going to be happy for you, and the result is going to be you living a healthy life and living the best life you could in terms of just being happy, having the positive self-esteem. That's why most of the time, even if I'm late to work, even it's not really been late to work, like if I have to be at work at like, for instance, maybe 7, let me see what I gotta say before I turn this on. So maybe I gotta be at work at like 7 and I wake up around like 5:30 and I'm all the way done in terms of getting ready around like maybe 6:10. And I know it's gonna take me about maybe sometime 30 minutes to get to work. That 20 minutes, instead of me just sitting on the couch and just be like, start thinking of what I'm going to eat on the road in time of just like, oh, let me just drive, let's get some breakfast burrito. No, I'm just like, all right, what do I have in the fridge? I have some egg, I have some chicken, in terms of boiled chicken, I have some spinach. All right, let's mix it together, let's make a nice breakfast. And that's called discipline, not making excuses and being you're being what am I gonna say in terms of just pointing at, oh, I don't have enough time to cook in the morning as your excuse for eating junk food. No, there shouldn't be no excuse as long as you have that in terms of, it's not really a mindset, it's all about being an artist of food. You can make anything happen. All right, guys, keep watching. Let me blend this pepper. So, all right, guys, you guys can see my blended pepper is nice and done, just like that. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to nice and slide my camera up here, and I'm going to move this blended pepper just to the side while I'm working on my fish and all right, guys, let's continue with our discussion. So the main caveat on what I previously said was eating healthy or eating healthy, if that's what you guys want to hear. It's not really a choice, but an act of discipline. If you don't have that discipline, there's no way you can eat healthy. Because one thing about our cravings, our taste bud, if you allow your taste bud to control what you eat, I'm telling you, you're going down in the hole. Because most of the time our taste bud sometimes wants sweet, Sometimes want those fried stuff. Sometimes it's like craving for those crispy chicken, craving for those sweet ice cream. And you are like, you know what, I only eat it just twice a week. This is my cheat day. Your cheat day is going to become your routine before you know it. But the main thing is stop making an excuses in that, oh, it's because you have a particular gene. That's why you're looking this way. That's why you can eat it. Because I hear this type of comment a lot. I hear this a lot. And whenever I hear that, you know what I just say to my mind? When they're like, oh, I wish I have your gene. Then I will look like that. I will be caught. Then I'm like, even if you have this gene, if you are undisciplined because of your inability to plan what you eat, it's going to be the same results. Life is all about choices. But if you let your desire make that choices for you, in terms of, oh, I desire, my taste bud is wanting some pizza. My taste bud is wanting some DoorDash, Burger King, or something in that such realm. Then you just go in that same direction. But if you're disciplined and you understand that food is an art. Sometimes I just mix stuff together, and when I combine everything, finish everything, I was like, oh my goodness, this stuff really tastes good. What can I add next time? What can I subtract? What can I modify to make it better? Like today, like this food I'm making, the kidney beans. So I only add 2 kidney beans. Then I'm like, you know what? Kidney beans is all about protein. If I add chickpea to this, that would give me some fiber, even though you're getting some fiber in red kidney beans too. But it's going to give me much more nutrients. Then I'm like, you know what, let's mix it together. Then I mix it together, boil it up. Then I was looking at it and I was like, oh, it does blend together. Because the kidney beans already, in terms of the color, the red color, not the red color, like brownish color, already saturate the kidney beans, the chickpea. Now everything just look the same. All right, guys, you guys can see this is just my arm. I usually like bought like a old big arm, nice, and put that in my freezer. So whenever I just need it, then it's just right there for me to just take out. All right, guys, so what I'm doing right now is just getting my own chicken paste and just nice and open it up. So I'm going to make sure you guys see all the steps for making this. So just a caveat, so I've already got my red kidney beans as well as the chickpea. So you guys can see everything is looking good, nice and fully done. So what I'm doing right now, so you guys already see this, I've already blended my pepper. So now I've already got pot on the stove. All right, get my vegetable oil in there. How do I measure? With my eyes. And I'm going to be doing a series on several, just to educate my audience. It's going to be on my new YouTube channel. So I'm going to let you know after I make that new YouTube live. So the new YouTube is still under work. It's still under. It's still a work in progress right now. So I'm going to let you know. So on that channel, what I'm going to be doing is just all about education, in terms of talking about protein, talking about alcohol, talking about stress, talking about sodium, potassium, in terms of just how those, especially the sodium and potassium, relate to in terms of heart rhythm, heartbeat, just muscle contraction, and talking about whole grains, what to look for in whole grains, in regards to how grains, in terms of the fiber you get from it, help with your ability to maybe use the bathroom, in terms of just in those regard. So anything that has to do with those food content like carb, protein, fat, oil, all those stuff, I'm going to be talking about that in my new channel. So make sure you guys pay attention, in terms of keeping an eye out whenever I mention the whenever I release the channel name. So it's going to be all about education and also some virtual training, whereby I'm going to be focusing on training in terms of the senior, just online. This is going to be some free training online, whereby people are just going to log in there, get watch the video, and just exercise for those days. I'm going to, so it's just going to be a lot of good stuff. Everything's already planned. So I've already got everything written down. That's why I'm a little bit rambling, because since I forget most of what I wrote down. So it's going to be a good content in that new YouTube channel. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. All right, so now you guys can see this small plate, and this is the fish. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to take the liver or some of the stuff inside out, then I'm going to nice and peel it. We're gonna do that slowly, cut that slowly. Not like, all right, you need to stop overnight. And people are so happy. Alright, you guys can see this. So what I just added just some ham and some fish. Nice and mix it all together. So now this time we're going to get some water inside these tomatoes to rinse it inside. Now for me, I always clean as I go. So nice and clean all of this. And just cover it up. Alright guys, keep watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn on the post notification. And let's continue to learn about food prepping and making the right food choices. Alright guys. Alright guys, so this is how we do. At this time I'm going to add my blended pepper. Just nice and rinse this with water. Just like that. This time I'm going to be adding just a little bit of salt, because you need to keep in mind that you already add salt to your kidney beans while you burn it down and your chickpea. So right here, that should be good. Then I'm going to add just a little bit of chicken flavor. You don't really need that, but I'm just adding just a little bit. This might, see, just a little bit. Then mix it together. Just cover it up and let it just boil for about 15-20 minutes. Alright, so I can smell some fish right now. So while this is cooking, so I'm going to be making some rice just on this side. I'm going to be using some, you guys see, whole grains, brown rice. So the rice is not going to be that much. See the main, this is just like a side dish for the kidney and chickpea. So what I'm going to do, nice and wash this up. And get that inside this water right here. just going to keep on grinding. So the only thing you add into your rice is just some salt, and that's it. Salt, that's it. All right, guys, keep watching. All right. So what I did, I just moved the this water close to the camera. So I do have my rice washed. I'm just going to nice and get that inside the water. And just as I was saying, in terms of food is an art. I'm telling you, I didn't even know I'm going to cook rice with this. I was just making the beans, then I'm just like, you know what? Let's cook just a little bit of, since I got just a little bit left inside my room, I'm just like, let's cook some rice and just put just a little bit on each of those plates and fill it up with it. Red kidney beans and chickpea. That's why most of the time I don't even know what I'm going to cook in terms of just like the recipe of everything. I improvise as I go. That's the same thing as art. Every single time it's not going to be perfect. You're going to make mistake, put too much salt. But the main thing is, do I just quit and just start blaming like, oh, I don't like what I cook? Or just be like, oh, let me taste it now. I think it feels like there's too much salt in there. Let me add water to this. And let me strain some of this water out and add another fresh water until I get rid of some of the salt. Because assuming I add too much salt right here, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drain the water out, add the fresh new water, taste it, and see if I need this additional salt. I'm just going to mix it together just like this. Then from there I'm going to take a look at my water to see if the water is too much or too little. So right now, by the look of it, based on the quantity of my rice, so this water seems like it's too much. So what I'm going to do now is I'm drain some out. Is still got water on top. Perfect. I'm going to add salt. Just using my eyes. Together. And how do I know if there's too much salt or not too much or less salt in there? Get the water on top. Taste it, perfect. Cover it up. And then just allow it to cook, and that's it for the rice. Alright, let's go back to the kidney beans and the chickpea. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is popping. Ooh, this is violation. Alright, so this still is done. So tasty. Fantastical. Nice and just mint spice. This is good right here. So at this time, I'm going to get my kidney beans and the chickpea and pour that in there. see that? Let's get that in. Ooh. Alright guys, now mix it all together. Ooh. Oh my God.
Yes, see that?
And this is it, man. This is it. This is it. So now I'm just going to taste to make sure the kidney beans and the chickpea is all ready. Perfect. So assuming it's not ready, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add just a little bit more water. Alright, this is it. So I'm just going to cover it up. Turn the heat to about medium, 6 or 7 should be good. And just allow it to sit. And that should be good. Alright guys, keep watching, and I'm going to wash most of the stuff right. Good, man. And this is done. This is it, man. This is it. So now let's look at the rice. I'm going to show you. About the look of it and tasting it, this stuff needs some water. Just getting that plate of wine. There you go. Alright, let's cover it up. Just allow it to cook while I'm going to set up my meal prep plate. Alright, check this out. So you guys see, the rice is done. Followed by the chickpea and the red kidney beans. I'm going to plate mine, the one I'm going to be eating. And you guys see, this is the plate for the meal prep. And we do have more right here. Alright guys, keep watching. And let's make this happen. Alright, I'm just gonna get the one I'm gonna be eating now. Alright, so I got the rice. Get the chickpea, need some ham and some fish. And here you go, guys. Here you go. Alright guys, I'm going to show you after I'm done prepping, so everything's just going to look like that. Alright guys, here you go. Final products. Some brown whole grain rice, some chickpea, red kidney beans, with some ham fish. Alright guys, here you go guys. And that's gonna do it for today meal prep. That's what I do in the freezer. 160